Citizenship by Descent, a great option. We at Down Under Visa do plenty of applications for citizenship by descent for the Filipino biological children of Australian citizens. Of course, we would like to do more. To those Australian men who have fathered kids in the Philippines, it's a wonderful gift. It means that your Filipino children fall into that category of human beings that don't require visas to visit Australia. They can enter Australia any time they like, and they may remain there and have the same rights as any other Australian citizen. They can get Australian passports and will never need to get an Australian visa ever. And the other issues? Citizenship by descent applications are cheaper. Including a child in a partner visa application will cost $1,720 in government visa application charges. That's for a child under 18. And at the end of the day, that will lead to them being a permanent resident. Citizenship is still years down the track if they go down that standard pathway that everyone goes on. And citizenship by descent applications are quicker to process. We had a citizenship grant take about 2 weeks recently. That's really unusual, but normally citizenship applications only take a couple of months. This is particularly good value if you are applying for a partner visa application at the same time. It means that it should be granted before the partner visa application is finished, giving plenty of time to organise a passport for the child. Citizenship by descent, what is needed? Well, firstly, the child must be a biological child of an Australian citizen, and the parents must have been an Australian citizen at the time of the child's birth. It won't work if Dad acquired his own citizenship later than the birth, remember that. And for those heroic knight in shining armour types who think they will do the honourable thing and give his name to a child that he didn't father, well, it can't be done and must not be done. If you wish to include the child in a partner visa application, then definitely good for you. I'll shake your hand any day at all. But don't try to be noble and tell porkies, or you will get caught out. Must be your flesh and blood to become a citizen by this method. And again, must warn you against trying to be clever here. This is not a shortcut to adoption. You can't take sister's child and claim the child to be your own. They can and will do DNA testing if they have any doubts, and attempting to defraud the Australian government is never a good idea. The other common error is it is basic mathematics to count back 9 months from a birth. If you and Mum were not in the same place at that particular time, well, it's highly unlikely that you were the biological dad. And the other issue is that it doesn't take a genius to look at photos of dad and photos of child to see if there's a family resemblance there, and they do look closely at photos. Not going to outline all the evidence necessary at this point, but be aware that evidence is required to prove that the child is definitely the child of an Australian citizen. If this is something that happened many years ago, especially if you were unaware, then of course this will be difficult. But with a child of a genuine relationship where you freely acknowledged the child as your child right from the beginning, then none of this should be very difficult for either of you to organise with our guidance. If you would like to go down this pathway, please let us know. You just need to use the contact form on the website. It's a wonderful gift to give to a child. Well done. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and you would like to subscribe, you can click on the little button down the bottom corner there, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. There are regular articles on aspects of Australian visas to the Philippines on www.downundervisa.com.au. There's a blog page you can subscribe to. There is a free visa assessment form, and there are regular articles on aspects of Australian-Filipino relationships, which you can see on www.filipinowives.com.au. If you can please share these articles and these videos on any of the social media that you use, we would appreciate that. Thank you.